In the quiet chambers of their heart, there lives a vision of you that transcends ordinary affection. They see you not merely as a romantic interest that might fade with time, but as the missing piece of their soul that they have been searching for across lifetimes. This isn't the shallow attraction that burns bright and quickly dims, but rather the deep, abiding love that poets write about and mystics understand. Your connection reaches far beyond the surface of physical attraction or momentary infatuation. It penetrates the very essence of who they are, touching every sacred corner of their heart, illuminating the depths of their mind, and awakening their spirit in ways they never knew possible. You have become the gentle guide who has helped them discover parts of themselves that lay dormant for years. Through your presence, your quiet wisdom, and your loving patience, you have encouraged them to turn inward and explore the landscape of their own thoughts and emotions. You have shown them how to sit with their feelings without judgment, how to reflect on their experiences with compassion, and how to become more mindfully aware of their authentic self. This journey of inner discovery that you have facilitated has been nothing short of transformational for them. Through this deep inner tuning and spiritual attunement, you have naturally drawn out their hidden strengths, nurtured their confidence back to life, and created a safe space for them to reveal even the most tender and vulnerable parts of themselves that they once tried desperately to hide from the world. In your loving presence, they have discovered that they are capable of being a better, more evolved human being. They recognize that your influence in their life has been nothing short of miraculous, helping them shed old patterns of fear and limitation and step into the fullness of who they were meant to be. The transformation has been so profound that they can hardly recognize the person they were before you entered their world. They hold an unshakable belief that together, you and they can build something beautiful, meaningful, and everlasting. This isn't wishful thinking or romantic fantasy, but a deep knowing that comes from witnessing how perfectly your energies complement each other, how naturally you work through challenges together, and how your love continues to deepen and strengthen with each passing day. In their eyes, you represent so much more than just partner material. You embody everything they could have ever imagined in their dreams of the perfect life companion, and somehow you exceed even those lofty expectations. They see in you an incredible potential that radiates from your very being. Your warmth wraps around them like a protective embrace, your loyalty stands as unwavering as ancient mountains, your love flows as endlessly as the ocean, and your inner strength provides a foundation upon which they know they can build their entire future. They can envision you not just as their beloved partner, but as the wonderful spouse who will walk beside them through all of life's seasons, sharing in both the joys and challenges that lie ahead. The mere thought of building a home with you, of creating a life together where love is the foundation and partnership is the framework, fills their heart with a peace so profound it takes their breath away. Simultaneously, an excitement bubbles up within them as they imagine the countless possibilities that await when two souls united in purpose work together toward common dreams and shared goals. They understand with crystal clarity that committing to you would not represent just another relationship in their journey through life. Instead, it would mark the moment they finally step into the life they have always dreamed of living. A life overflowing with genuine, unconditional love that weathers every storm. A life filled with emotional safety where vulnerability is welcomed and authenticity is celebrated. A life punctuated by laughter that echoes through their shared spaces and sustained by the kind of support that empowers each partner to reach their highest potential. Deep in the recesses of their heart, they already know with absolute certainty that by committing their life to you, they would become the happiest and most fortunate person in the entire world. This knowledge doesn't come from naive optimism, but from the lived experience of how dramatically their life has improved simply by having you in it. What makes you so extraordinary in their eyes is your unique and rare combination of sensibility and sensitivity. You possess the remarkable ability to balance logic with emotion in a way that few people ever master. When practical situations arise that require clear thinking and decisive action, you step up with wisdom and competence. Yet you never lose sight of the human element, always responding with genuine compassion and deep empathy for those involved. This balance they find in you is incredibly rare and precious because it creates an environment where they feel completely understood and thoroughly cared for, all without a trace of judgment. In a world where people often swing between being overly emotional or coldly logical, you have found the sacred middle ground where both heart and mind work in perfect harmony. They are continually amazed by your emotional depth and the wisdom you carry that seems to go far beyond your chronological years. In your presence, they never feel the need to put on masks or pretend to be someone they're not. The authenticity you embody gives them permission to simply be themselves in all their imperfect humanity, and this creates moments together that feel effortlessly meaningful and deeply connected. Your strong personality and quiet inner strength command their deepest respect and admiration. You are not someone who wavers easily when it comes to your core values and beliefs, and this unwavering commitment to your principles earns their profound reverence. You stand firmly for what you believe in, rooted like an ancient tree that bends with the wind but never breaks. At the same time, you have mastered the art of communicating your convictions with love, patience, and understanding rather than harsh judgment or condemnation. They have always longed for a partner who could serve as a gentle guide when life becomes confusing and they find themselves heading down the wrong path. They didn't want someone who would criticize or belittle their mistakes, but rather someone who would offer guidance through genuine care, loving encouragement, and honest communication delivered with kindness. In the depths of their heart, they recognize that you are the only person who possesses the unique ability to teach them life's most important lessons in that special way that combines kindness with clarity, patience with purpose, and warmth with wisdom. Your ability to lovingly correct their course without crushing their spirit or damaging their self-worth inspires them to continue growing and evolving alongside you. Around you, they feel naturally challenged to become the best version of themselves. This transformation doesn't happen because you demand change or issue ultimatums, but because loving you and being loved by you naturally inspires them to reach higher, dig deeper, and become more than they ever thought possible. In the quiet moments of reflection, they hold an unshakable certainty that God, the universe, or destiny itself brought you into their life for a sacred purpose. This wasn't a random encounter or mere coincidence, but a divinely orchestrated meeting of souls who were meant to find each other across time and space. Whenever their mind wanders into dreams of the future, every single vision includes you standing beside them. They see you sharing in the daily responsibilities of life, creating beautiful memories together during both ordinary moments and special celebrations, and standing hand in hand as you celebrate every milestone that marks your journey together through this life. You have become such an integral part of their happiness and sense of wholeness that even when physical distance separates you, their thoughts continuously revolve around what they can do to keep you smiling, feeling cherished, and knowing how deeply you are loved. Your unwavering support through good times and challenging seasons has taught them what healthy, mature, and sustainable love actually looks like. For the first time in their life, they are not afraid of commitments or the serious decisions that come with building a life with another person. This fearlessness exists because they know with absolute certainty that with you, every decision leads toward a life worth living, a future worth building, and a love worth celebrating. This deep knowing and overwhelming love has led them to a momentous decision. They are secretly planning to propose to you when they return, and this preparation has become a sacred ritual of love and devotion. In their mind and heart, they want every detail to be absolutely perfect. They envision finding the right moment when the stars align and the setting feels sacred enough to match the profound nature of their love for you. They are carefully choosing the right words that will adequately express the magnitude of what you mean to them and the depth of their commitment to your shared future. They want to look directly into your eyes, those windows to your beautiful soul, and tell you with complete vulnerability how much you mean to them. They want to express their overwhelming gratitude for having met someone who brings peace to their inner chaos, joy to their sometimes heavy heart, and clear purpose to their existence on this earth. Rather than rushing forward impulsively or acting out of mere emotion, they are choosing patience and thoughtful preparation. They understand that you deserve a proposal and commitment that matches the sacredness of your bond. They want to honor you and the love you share by taking the time to create a moment that will live forever in both of your hearts as the beginning of your officially committed journey together. Over the months and years you have known each other, both of you have grown and matured tremendously, both as individuals walking your own paths and as partners sharing a journey together. This mutual evolution has shown them just how strong and unbreakable your connection truly is. They have been privileged to witness your personal transformation, watching you evolve, heal from old wounds, and blossom into the magnificent person you were always meant to become. They feel deeply honored to have been present during this beautiful journey of your becoming. In the same spirit of growth and self-awareness, they recognize that they too have become a better, wiser, and more compassionate person because of the love you have generously shown them. Through every challenge you have faced together and every period of physical or emotional distance that has tested your bond, your connection has only grown deeper and stronger, proving to them over and over again that this love is truly destined, incredibly powerful, and genuinely everlasting. Right now, in this very moment, they are actively preparing themselves on every level, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, to take that monumental next step with you. They know in the deepest chambers of their heart that once they ask you to be theirs forever, both of your lives will change dramatically for the better. What they feel for you transcends simple affection or casual fondness. Their love for you encompasses complete devotion, deep respect, genuine admiration, and a soul-level commitment that goes beyond anything they have ever experienced before. You are not just the romantic love of their life, though you certainly are that. You are also their best friend who understands them completely, their guiding light who helps them navigate life's complexities, and the one person in this vast world who makes everything feel right and aligned with divine purpose. Your presence in their life brings calm to their emotional storms and infuses meaning into their daily existence. They treasure the way you love them with such generosity and acceptance, the way you inspire them to reach for their highest potential, and the way you believe in them even when they struggle to believe in themselves. Their greatest hope now, as they prepare for this next chapter of your love story, is that when the time comes for them to propose and express everything they have been holding in their heart, you will truly understand how deeply they cherish you and how completely ready they are to build a beautiful forever by your side. Yet there are moments when the weight of past mistakes crashes over them like a tidal wave of remorse. Living with the knowledge that they once broke your precious heart is incredibly difficult, especially when they fully understand that they were the cause of that pain. Every morning they wake up carrying the heavy burden of regret that sits like a stone upon their chest. They are constantly reminded of the choices they made and the suffering they caused you, someone who only ever showed them love, infinite patience, and boundless compassion. Now they find themselves facing the full consequences of their actions, and the pain cuts deeper than they ever imagined possible. They have come to understand just how careless and thoughtless they were with your heart, with your trust, and with your unwavering love. You didn't deserve any of the pain they caused you, not even the smallest fraction of it. Looking back with the clarity that comes from distance and growth, they can see everything so much more clearly now. You were the one who carried the emotional weight of the relationship on your shoulders. You gave everything you had to give, your precious time, your emotional energy, your whole heart, without expecting anything in return. You were consistently the one putting in more effort, always trying to keep the connection alive and thriving, holding on with fierce determination even when their behavior gave you every reason to let go and walk away. You took on both the nurturing, supportive role and the strong, guiding role in your relationship. You were constantly balancing the emotional depth and providing the stability that kept your connection grounded and growing. Meanwhile, they failed completely to fulfill even the basic role they were supposed to play as your partner. They now realize with painful clarity that instead of being your equal partner, your reliable support system, and your emotional safe harbor, they often acted selfishly and immaturely. They allowed their ego and pride to build walls between you. They were arrogant when they should have been humble, stubborn when they should have been flexible, and even toxic at times when you needed them to be healing and supportive. They didn't see how their destructive behavior affected you, or perhaps they did see it and simply chose to ignore the pain in your eyes because acknowledging it would have required them to change. And yet through all of their failures, through every moment of selfishness and immaturity, you remained humble, kind, and soft-hearted. You showed them the kind of love that most people only dream of receiving in their lifetime, and they took that precious gift for granted. There were countless moments when they could see sadness lingering in your beautiful eyes, but they didn't have the courage or maturity to ask what was wrong. They made the selfish assumption that you would always be okay, that your strength was infinite, and that you would always bounce back no matter how many times they wounded your spirit. Now when they close their eyes in quiet moments, all they can see is the silent pain you carried, the emotional wounds that their words and actions carved into your tender heart. The guilt is overwhelming and all-consuming. They feel deep shame when they think about the way they treated you, especially during times when you were only trying to be there for them, to support them, and to love them through their difficulties. Out of their own anger and frustration, feelings that had absolutely nothing to do with you, they lashed out and made you the target of their inner turmoil. Instead of being your peace and refuge from life's storms, they became the very storm you never asked for, never deserved, and never should have had to weather. You were always the one who comforted them when they were down, who listened patiently when they needed to vent their frustrations, who believed in their potential even when they didn't believe in themselves. And what did they give you in return for all that love and support? Insecurity that ate away at your confidence, doubt that made you question your own worth, and pain that you never should have had to endure. For all of this, they are deeply, profoundly sorry. Not just in a passing, superficial way, but in a soul-crushing, never-forget kind of way. The kind of regret that teaches you lessons you wish you never had to learn through causing pain to someone you love. The kind of remorse that changes you at your very core because you finally understand the true cost of selfish behavior. Despite everything that happened, despite all the pain and mistakes and missed opportunities, they still love you with a depth that defies explanation. That love never vanished with the passing of time or the stretching of distance between you. Instead, it has grown heavier, more complex, more painful, and more profound. It has evolved from the simple joy of new romance into something deeper and more enduring, a love seasoned with regret, wisdom, and desperate longing. They think about you constantly throughout their days and in the quiet hours of the night. They remember how you used to smile at them with such radiance and warmth. They recall how you forgave them time and again, offering grace when they deserved judgment. They are haunted by memories of how you loved them unconditionally, even when their behavior was unworthy of such a precious gift. And they ask themselves the question that haunts their every waking moment: how could they have been so foolish as to hurt the one person who stood by them faithfully, who saw the best in them even when they consistently showed the worst of themselves? It's a question that may never be fully answered, but it haunts them every single day of their existence. They want you to know that they are not sharing these words to manipulate your emotions, to ask for your forgiveness, or to beg for a second chance, although a part of their heart will always wish for the opportunity to love you better. They are writing this because you deserve to hear the complete truth. You deserve recognition and acknowledgement for everything you gave so generously and everything you endured so bravely. You are one of the most selfless, loving people they have ever encountered in this lifetime. You gave without keeping score, loved without holding back, and stayed when every rational part of you should have walked away. You demonstrated a kind of love that most people never learn how to give or receive.